Welcome, everyone, to episode number 1 of Capital District Dirt with yours truly, Toby LaGrange. Each week, we will review the dirt car racing action here in the Capital District. We'll go over the dirt car series event action all over the Northeast and visit some tracks outside of the Capital District that are hosting dirt car competition. So let's get started with the first trip of the year to the Albany-Saratoga Speedway. The Albany-Saratoga Speedway kicked off their 2024 racing season this past Friday night, April the 19th, in front of a large crowd and a pit full of race cars. Picking up the feature event win in the Dirt Car Big Block Modified Division was Stuart Friesen out of Sprakers. Mark Johnson, former track champion, finished in that number 2 position. Peter Britton was 3rd, Jack Spieshak was 4th, and RJ, Ronnie Johnson, rounded out your top 5. Jesse Mueller, Jack Lehner, Ryan McCartney, Brett Hearn, and Adam Pearson rounded out your top 10 finishers. Heat races for the 36-car field were won by Jeremy Pitts, Mark Johnson, Stuart Friesen, and Ronnie Johnson, with the consolation event going to David Schilling. In the Dirt Car Sportsman division, Joey Scarborough out of Vermont picked up the win with the family's familiar number 11 Vermont. Mike Coffey Jr. finished that number 2 spot. Chris Jakubiak was 3rd, Mike Ballestero 4th, and Dylan Madsen 5th. Dan Grigdon, Daryl Nutting, Chris Crane Jr., Dave Baranowski, and a returning Cody Blue rounded out your top 10. Heat race events were won by Joey Scarborough, Dan Grigdon, Drew Cormie, Mike Coffey Jr., and Chris Jakubiak. 49 drivers entered the event, which necessitated one rather large consolation event, which was won by Jason Gray. In the limited sportsman division, Chase Zimmer picked up the feature event win over the 26-car field. Nick Ospelmeyer led a lot of the event, but he finished in 2nd. Dakota Green was 3rd. Nick Brundage was 4th, and Gary English rounded out your top 5. James Glarno was 6th, Chad Gregory 7th, Lucas Duncan 8th, David Zelker 9th, and Josh Bassino rounded out your top 10. Heat race wins for the limited sportsman division went to Nick Ospelmeyer, Chad Gregory, and Nick Brundage. The Dirt Car Pro Stock division came in with 24 drivers strong on opening night, with Brandon Amy picking up the feature event win. Chucky Dumbluski finished in the number 2 spot. Jay Corbin was 3rd. Cousin Luke Horning was 4th, with Rich Crane rounding out your top 5. Shane Henderson brought the number 9 home in the number 6 position. Jackson Ryan was 7th. Bo Ballard was 8th. Kim Dool 9th. And Kyle Horde rounded out your top 10. Heat races were won by Luke Horning, Rich Crane, and Chucky Dumbluski. The Street Stock division came out with 18 drivers on opening night, with PJ Cram picking up the feature event win. Jimmy Duncan finished in 2nd. Chris Stalker was 3rd. Al Relier 4th, and Josh Hemming rounded out your top 5. Dan Madigan finished in 6th. Jeff Melt Sr. was 7th. Andrew Fitzgerald was 8th. Jason Barrett 9th, and Chris Murray rounded out your top 10. Over the mini stock divisions, the dual can division will see David Frame pick up the win. Josh Ramsey was 2nd. Ashlyn Ramsey was 3rd. Danny Lecco was 4th, and Justin Ramsey rounded out your top 5. In the single cams, Kyle Lanfear picked up the win over Ben Ladd, Chris Duffney, Tom Hill, and Brittany Ladd. Altogether, there were 16 mini stocks on hand at Albany-Saratoga Friday night. Racing action resumes at the Great Race Place this Friday night, April 26th, with VP Oil and Lubricants Night. All divisions will be in action, plus the first ever appearance by the Rush Late Models. The Dirt Car Sportsman division will run for $1,000, courtesy of Emmerich Associates. The Dirt Car Pro Stock division will also run for $1,000, courtesy of Twister Chassis. The Four States Enterprises Modified Dash will be taking place as well, with $200 going to the winner. The Limited Sportsman and the Street Stock divisions will also be on the card. The grandstands open at 5. We're racing at 7 p.m. sharp. The Glenridge Motorsports Park will open their gates for the first time this season on Sunday, April 28th. That's this Sunday. It'll be practice day. Gates open at noon, along with tech and sign-in. On-track activity starts at 2 p.m. Grandstands are free. The pit area fee is $25. Each division will get at least 3 sessions on the track. Fuel and parts suppliers will be available, and the concessions will be open. Everyone must have a transponder, remember, and please be sure to sign up for My Race Pass, as the Ridge will be on My Race Pass this season. The Lebanon Valley Speedway down in West Lebanon will kick off their 72nd season of racing this Saturday, April 27th. It'll be Sayers Auto and L&M Motors night for the 72nd Grand Season opening. The Dirt Car Big Block Modifieds, the Sportsman, the Dirt Car Pro Stocks, and the Super Stocks will all be on the card. Pit gates open at 3 p.m., front gates at 5, with racing starting at 6 p.m. sharp down on the high banks of the Lebanon Valley Speedway. A pair of Dirt Car Series events will top the Northeast calendar this weekend. The first comes on Friday night, that's April 26th, up at the Can-Am Speedway in Lafargeville. The Dirt Car Sportsman North Region Series kicks off with a 30-lapper for $1,000 to win. On Saturday, April 27th, the Fulton Speedway kicks off their 2024 racing season with the Dirt Car 358 Modified Series, 60 laps, $4,500 to win. We finish up episode number 1 of Capital District Dirt with a trip out west to the Fulton Speedway out in central New York. They will present the High Bank Hold-Up Weekend this weekend, April 26th and April 27th. On Friday night the 26th, Strada Mia Italian Steakhouse will present the Empire Super Sprints, always a fan favorite, along with Americu Credit Union Mod Lights, the Billy Whitaker Cars and Trucks Hobby Stocks, and E&V Energy Novice Sportsman Division. Pit gates open at 4, with the grandstands opening at 5, racing starting at 7 p.m. sharp. And then on Saturday, April 27th, Jammer Sports Bar and Restaurant presents the High Bank Hold-Up 60 for the Dirt Car 358 Modified Series, which we mentioned previously. 60 laps will be the distance, $4,500 up for grabs, $500 of that courtesy of the Glenridge Motorsports Park. The DOT Foods or Dot Foods Dirt Car Sportsman Division will also be on the card. The R&L Cleaners 4-Cylinder Open will also take place, $1,000 to the winner. So Dirt Car 358 Modified Series, followed by the Dirt Car Sportsman and the 4-Cylinders on Saturday. Pit gates open at 2, grandstands at 4:30, racing at 6 p.m. Make sure you stop on out to the Fulton Speedway for the big season opening High Bank Hold-Up Weekend. Thank you very much for tuning in to episode number 1 of Capital District Dirt. Until next time, stay safe, support those that support racing, and please support cancer research. So long for now.